Well, what's up, everyone? I want to thank you guys for joining me again. We're going to continue right along the same line of a renewed mind. We talk about what is a renewed mind. Now we are going to talk about why is it important to renew your mind, the importance of renewing your mind. You know, I can reflect on my past life, the way I used to live, the way I used to think. And when I look at the results that I was getting, it wasn't matching up to what I was expecting. I know there was more to life, but for some reason, it's like I keep going down the same path, keep getting the same results until, like they said, sometimes you just got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Then you're going to demand some changes in your life. So I find out how important it is really important for me to renew my mind if I'm going to get the results that I'm really seeking to get. By renewing your mind daily through prayer, reading, self reflection, and positive action, you can experience a transformed life filled with faith, purpose, and success. And that's what I was looking for. I want to have that success in life. I believe every one of us are here to evolve and to be the best that we can be. We are here to be successful. We are here to live a prosperous and wonderful life. We are here to be able to stop and smell the roses, not all the time just running, just running, just running, try to make money, just hustling and bustling to the point that we don't even have time for our good friends. We don't even have time to admire the wonderful building that was created. We don't even have time to admire those that have used their gifts in such a wonderful way, did not did not pull back, did not allow anyone to stop them, but they used their gift, their goal. They went after their dreams full force, full head on, and they achieved exactly what they was desiring. And those things, when you look at those things and you understand, a matter of fact, when you read their bio, when you read what has been written about these men and how they persist, how they didn't allow hard times, making excuses, hard time, the government and all these different things to stop them from pursuing their goals. They was persistent. They have something burning on the inside of them. It's like, I have to get this out. This is not just about us. I love what Miles Monroe said, and it didn't make sense to me until I think it's a few years after. I don't know who started that saying, but I believe he's the first one I've heard said that one of the richest place in the world is the cemetery. I'm like, there's all dead folks there. I mean, it's just a body that decays and just return back to the ground, to the earth. But it's like they were saying it's one of the richest place. Well, he was just making an example of the people who have the gifts and the goals and the talents in life that never use them to achieve anything in life, that they could have lived such a wonderful life, but they never did anything what with the gift that they had. They allow people's opinion to hold them back. They allow what the world would say. They just assuming someone would say something and they will be embarrassed. So they never did that. So I found out how important it is, because when I look back over my life and I remember walking into that place of business and turn around because of what I was thinking. Did not fill out that application, just turn right back around. I wanted to make more money. I wanted to do more things in life. I wanted to invest. I heard people talking about those things. And a matter of fact, I wasn't making enough to have excess surplus to go anywhere, to do anything. It's like you're always right there at the borderline, always behind, always running behind, have to borrow. So I didn't want to do that anymore. So I said, I'm going to look for another job, a job that I can make more money, and then I can do the things in life. I'll be able to help others. I'll be able to live a decent life. But because of the way I was thinking, I had that limited mindset. I have that limited thinking, the scarcity mindset, that lack and limited mindset that really get into my mind, get down into my subconscious mind. And with that, the action follow. It creates that emotion of fear. It creates that emotion of doubt. And I walk right out of there. But you see, when your mind is renewed, you gain clarity about your purpose and direction in life. You make decision that aligns with your values and long-term vision. That's when your mind is being renewed. That's how important it is for you to renew your mind. So I want to share with you at least 3 points when you really, really renew your mind. Some of the things that would happen. Here's 3 reasons why it is so important that you renew your mind. I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why it is so important that you renew your mind. I believe these will help you to make the decision, to make the decision to go after your dreams. But also remember, if you want lasting change, if you want the transformation to last, not just for a day, not just for a moment, you need to start with your mind. You need to start renewing your mind. Every year, people are making these New Year resolution. They started out good, going after their dreams. Man, they're hammering it down. But sometimes, maybe 6 weeks or sometimes 2 or 3 months, they just throw in the towel. They just give up because they had the wrong mentality. When you start with your mind, you begin to see things clearer, and your purpose and your direction in life begin to come more of an importance. You begin to see it clearer, and now you are just focusing on it and you're zooming in on it, and you are just going to go after it because you begin to see beyond that the results that you can get. So, here is 3 reasons, 3 important reasons why you should renew your mind. First one, it aligns you with your purpose. You see, when your mind is renewed, you gain clarity. I said that a few minutes ago. I put some of that in there. When your mind is being renewed, I guess I just jumped ahead of myself. I was so excited. But this is a point that I'm going to share with you still anyway. When your mind is renewed, you gain clarity about your purpose and direction in life. And that's what I needed at that moment. I needed to be clear on my purpose. It's like I was confused, and the direction that I was trying to go in all time, it wasn't lining up with my morals because I'm going at it with the wrong reason. Or you're only thinking about that money. And I remember one time that I took a part-time job. I was just trying to save some money to buy a car, and I was so desperate I couldn't see clearly other avenue that I can use to gain that money to buy that car. And I took a job at one of those solid waste place in Florida. And man, that place smells so bad. And I'm not talking down on anybody. Everybody have their choice. Everybody know what they want to do, but it smells so bad. I was getting some bad headaches, and I had to let that job go. That part-time job, just one day. I don't believe I ever went on a job before and just work one day. That's the first one that I've done that. But it was affecting me so much because all I was thinking about that car, that money, the car. I want that so bad that I was willing to do anything. And sometimes that is not the way to go about it. You see, when your mind is being renewed, when you begin to trust the Creator, when you pray and you ask and you're trusting God to open up the right doors for you, you will wait. You begin to take things one step at a time. But when you begin to rush and you are so desperate, you're so anxious, and it said, don't be anxious for anything. You become so anxious, you can't see when things are lining up. You just fall for anything. You just grab anything and think that this is the right thing. And next thing you know, it costs you a whole lot more. It was really affecting me. I had to let it go. But when you renew your mind, you begin to gain clarity. You begin to see other avenues. You begin to see within yourself that you have the capability of doing things, even greater things. You begin to see yourself of working. And the thing is, sometimes because you love what you're doing, it doesn't seem like you're working. It doesn't matter if you have to stay late or if you have to go early. I remember also one time I had a part-time job at Dollar Rent a Car in West Palm Beach by the airport. And I really enjoyed that job. And even though it started out as a part-time job, I put in more hours than I was supposed to. It becomes like now I have two full-time jobs because I was driving cars, driving them through the car wash, dropping them off at customers, going and picking them up. I mean, I was just having fun, cleaning them. We all playing music and just vacuum it out. You find so much money in there, change, and all these different things. So it didn't seem like I was working that long, but because I was having so much fun. So when the mind is renewed, this is why it's so important for you to renew your mind. When you're starting to do anything, start with the mind. That's why so many people have spent so much money during the new year with all these different contracts that they signed for the gyms and all these different places to work out to lose weight, and they never complete them, but they had to pay the money still because the contract has already been signed. So that's number one. It aligns you with your purpose, with your true purpose. That's how important it is when you renew your mind. That's how important it is for you to renew your mind. Number two, number two, it is so important that you renew your mind because it promotes mental and emotional well-being. My goodness, this is a big one. I could tell you another story. I remember living in West Palm Beach, Florida, and I had my CDL license at that time. And every year you got to go back and renew your before you renew your license, you have to have that physical. And they did my blood pressure. They was taking my blood pressure. My blood pressure was so high that they also checked my heart, and they said that I had an irregular heartbeat. And you know what? I was out for 2 weeks. Even though it was okay, it was good because I ended up spending Christmas home, even though they said that they didn't want us to take Christmas off because that was one of the busiest time of the year, but I ended up spending Christmas home anyway. But the problem is, it was all stress. I had that negative mindset. I have that lack and limited mindset, that scarcity mindset, worrying about money, worrying about the bills. How are we going to pay the bills? I don't have enough because I'm living from paycheck to paycheck. And it begins to bother me because as a husband, you want your family to have the best. You want the best for your family. You want to have excess, I should say surplus. You want surplus, so you're not just consuming everything on yourself, but you have enough to also to be a blessing to someone. Like they say, give and it shall be given unto you. When you give, it also builds your character. It builds, you feel good about yourself because you feel good to see someone have what they're looking for, and you feeling that needs, man, it makes me feel good. I don't even have to get anything back from that person. I know it's going to come back some way somehow, but it just makes me feel good giving. So I had that scarcity mindset and began to worry about money, began to worry about provision. As all men, we think that is our right to do that, but also this is why I'm saying this is why it's so important that you renew your mind. Because when you think that it's your right because it's your family, it also taking a toll on your body. It's taking a toll on your body, your physical body. It takes a toll on it. And remember now, if you are sick, how can you go to the football games? Can you go and support your children? How can you be there, go on a vacation with them, walking on the beach, picking up shells? How can you enjoy it and create moments when you yourself is not feeling well? Yeah, I mean, you could be home and they can go. You can stay home and they can go. But is that the way you want it? Is that really the way you want it? You see, we take things for granted sometimes. Even simple things like that worry, stress, anxiety. It brings on that emotions that now your body, the function of your body it's like it's out of line, it's out of alignment. And now because your blood pressure is up and all these different things are happening in your body, is now it bringing down their body because it makes you sad, like it said, as the scripture said, the sadness in the body, it dries up the bone. When you're unhappy, it dries up your bone. But the joy of the Lord is your strength. He said laughter is like good medicine. If you're not laughing, your body's breaking down. Here's another part to that. Renewing your mind help you to focus on gratitude, joy, and peace. That's how important it is. When you renew your mind, You're focused on gratitude. You're focused on the things that you have, not the things that you're missing, not the things that you don't have. You find joy in all that you're doing. Even when you're helping someone, you find peace at home because you find yourself in a place where you guys are eating, you're giving thanks, you're grateful, and guess what? The more you're grateful, the more comes into your life. So you find that joy and that peace. So that's what's number two. It promotes mental and emotional well-being. Let's go on to number three. It is very important that you renew your mind because it leads to success in your life. It leads to success in your life. You see, the way you think determine how you approach opportunity and challenges. The way you think. If you think like me, I told you guys about the place of business that I went to put in application. Because I look at myself, I was thinking that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't qualified. It determines how I approach that opportunity. I see myself as someone that was not good enough, and then I just turn right back around. There were some times when challenges come, like for example, when I talk about the finance, I was worrying about finance. That was a challenge right there. Instead of I walk by faith, instead of I believe in that I will have the money, I began to worry even before the day come. Even before the date to pay the bills, I'm worrying. I didn't handle those challenges right because my mind was a scarcity mindset. I was thinking lack. I was limiting myself. And because of that, I began to feel sick. Here's another part to that. A renewed mind allows you to develop discipline, resilience, and a vision for your future. I didn't have none of that because of the way I was thinking. It said, as a man think, he becomes. As you think, he becomes. When you begin to think lack comes into your life. Like I said, also in one of the videos, if you keep saving up for a rainy day, your words are like seed. Your words are powerful. You say that you're saving up for a rainy day. Guess what? The rainy day is going to come and it's going to wipe out everything. I said also your affirmations is important. It's important what you're saying about yourself. It is very important that you renew your mind. It leads to success in your life. It helps you to be successful in life because you begin to see yourself as not as a victim, but you see yourself as one who have the ability, who can develop your skills. You can develop those skills that you have. I never knew nothing about mechanics. I just like it. When I was before I went to school for it, I saw people doing it, and I fall in love with it. And I went to the school, and they teach me, and I've learned how to fix cars, and still can do it today. Still benefiting me today because I find out that it was my mindset, not back then, but now. And here's the thing too, but even though I did all those things back then, it's like there's a time in my life. It's like I'm hitting a brick wall. It's like I felt like I'm stuck. Like I know that there is more to life, but I didn't know how to get over to it. I didn't know how to get there. I felt like I was stuck because, I began to listen to these people. I began to listen to things. I began to listen to the news. And those thoughts now begin to determine my action. It began to determine how I approach life. It began to makes me approach opportunity with fear. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be around people. And I begin to be afraid of people because of who I am and because I'm thinking the way they're going to perceive me, they're going to turn me down. They're going to look at me. They're going to say all these hurtful things against me. So I never give myself a chance with the opportunity that was presenting itself to me. So those are 3 points. Those are 3 points why it is so important that you renew your mind. When I find out, as a man think, I read that book by Tim Allen, no, James Allen. When I find out the way you think, as a man think, he becomes, it was diligent for me to start working on my mind. It was diligent. James Allen wrote that book. It was so important for me to renew my mind, to change the way I think, because I was becoming that which I was thinking. And now that I understand, there's no going back. And that's why today, as a husband, one who wants to see My family have the best, who are expecting to receive, one who could step into the place now where money is not a problem, because we have been taught that money is the root of all evil. Don't get money because it will change you, it will make you an evil person. But you have people that is still killing for that money. Even though they say it's evil, they're still hurting someone. They will break a friendship over that money. They will do all these different things over the same thing that they're telling you. Don't get it because it's evil. But when the time comes for you to make a move to do something, whether it's starting a business and you need help to do anything, it's like I can't. I don't have it. So basically now everybody's back at square one. No, neither one can help each other. So it is so important, very important, that you renew your mind. Change the way you think. Start changing the way you think. Adapt a new way of thinking. It will create new habits in your life. And with these new habits, you'll be able to, as it said, you will develop the discipline, resilience, and a vision for your future where you begin to see things on a clearer level. You begin to see things more clearer. And as you see it clearer, it's like that desire now begin to becomes overwhelmed and you begin to go. You become resilient. If you fall down, you're gonna get up and go again because you begin to see the end result. You understand what the reward feel like with your visualization and your affirmation. It energizes you from within. That's why I always say start from within. Start with the mind. If you're going to make changes at the end of the year, new year, or the beginning of the year, new year resolution, which I really don't promote that because I believe that you should start where you at. You can start right now. You don't have to wait until next year. If you miss the mark now, I mean like a month ago, you don't have to wait until New Year resolution again. Start right now. This is the only time you have. Live in the presence. Live in the present. Start right now. And then you will achieve your goals and your dreams. So again, this is Nelson. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel because we're going to continue on this journey. A renewed mind, it don't just change your life, but it will change your lifestyle. It will change the way you live. And we're going to cover all of it mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially. Because as we grow together, and I'm putting these courses together, I want you to be able to partake of these so that your whole life can change and you and your family can live an abundant life. That's what the Creator wants for you. He wants you to have the abundant life, as Jesus said you can have. So until next time, peace, love you guys. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye, and we out.